33 cars, 200 laps, 1 champion. This is a spectacle. This is history. This is victory. This is defeat. This is the Indianapolis 500. My name is Tristan Fleur, and this is your starting lineup as they have qualified for the 109th running of the Indianapolis 500. History always seems to repeat itself at the World Center of Speed. 30 years ago, Team Penske was mired in controversy. After winning back-to-back Indianapolis 500s, the team missed the field after reigning champion Al Unser Jr. and two-time champion Emerson Fittipaldi failed to get their experimental Mercedes-Benz engines up to speed. This caused a domino effect that led to the current landscape of IndyCar today. This year, the cars of reigning back-to-back champion Josef Newgarden and Will Power did not pass pre-pole day qualifying inspection and will start in the last row. Many believe that Team Penske should not be in the race at all. After this infraction is their second breach of IndyCar's rules in as many years. Ultimately, all 3 Penske cars will make the show, but with 1 backup car due to a crash and 2 cars starting at the tail end of the field, controversy rears its ugly head like it did 3 decades ago. Row 1 contains a rookie, a champion, and a bridesmaid. The last rookie pole sitter for the Indianapolis 500 was Teo Fabi in 1983. Until this year. In 2025, not just a rookie driver, but a first-year IndyCar team will lead the field of 33 to the green on Sunday. This 25-year-old from Tel Aviv, Israel, will start his first ever race in an oval with the best view in the house. His 232.790 mile-an-hour qualifying run on pole day sent shockwaves around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, as this car that many predicted might struggle to even make the race could be a factor in the end to win. Driving the number 83 Chevrolet for Prima Racing, it's former Ferrari F1 test driver Robert Schwartzman. In the middle of row 1 is where you'll find a 2-time Indianapolis 500 champion who's looking to join the elite group of 3-time winners of the greatest spectacle in racing. This driver's motto is no attack, no chance, and that motto has served him well on many occasions, but bit him during the open test last April. This car was rebuilt for the month of May, and this 48-year-old is still one of the fastest in the field. Driving the number 75 Amada Honda for Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing is 2017 and 2020 Indianapolis 500 winner Takuma Sato. Starting on the outside of row 1 is a 26-year-old that is intent on winning his first Indianapolis 500 after heartbreak runner-up finishes 2 of the past 3 years. Last year, this fan favorite held the lead in the last lap, where he was passed on the high side of turn 3 by eventual winner Josef Newgarden. This is the best start for the Mexican superstar in the Indianapolis 500, and he would like nothing more than to be out front after 200 laps. Driving the number 5 Arrow McLaren Chevrolet, it's Pato O'Ward. Since winning the 2008 Indianapolis 500, the driver starting on the inside of row 2 has been snake-bitten at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The all-time laps leader at this track is in his 22nd start and has 57 NTT IndyCar Series wins and 6 championships in his illustrious career. But a second Indy 500 triumph has escaped the Iceman. This 44-year-old Kiwi dominated the race in 2022, but a pit road speeding penalty destroyed his day. Looking for a second face in the Borg Warner Trophy is the driver of the number 9 PNC Bank Honda for Chip Ganassi Racing, Scott Dixon. The car nicknamed the Creed Wagon starts in the middle of row 2. This Swede has been one of the consistent fastest all month and finished 4th last year, but looks to take this year higher. This 7th-year driver has always been fast at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and could be a dark horse on race day. Driving the number 60 Creed Honda for Meyer Shank Racing, it's Felix Rosenquist. The outside of row 2 is where Mr. Perfect starts on Sunday. This 3-time and defending NTT IndyCar Series champion is off to one of the greatest starts in series history. This season, he has 4 wins in 5 races and an average finish of 1.2. The one flaw in Alex Palou's career is that he is yet to win on an oval. He came oh so close in 2021, finishing second to Helio Castroneves' fourth Indianapolis 500 win. Palou looks to add the one missing thing in a legendary career, driving the number 10 DHL Honda for Chip Ganassi Racing. Last year, the driver starting on the inside of row 3 did not race in the Indianapolis 500 due to a wrist injury in an off-season mountain biking accident. This year, he drives for the legendary A.J. Foyt in his third Indy 500 start. Driving the number 4 Clarion Chevy, it's Chicago's David Malukas. Before this year, 28th is the best previous start for Christian Lundgaard in the Indianapolis 500. This 23-year-old Danish driver would be the story of the season if not for Alex Palou. It's been a breakout season for Lundgaard, who is currently third in NTT IndyCar Series points. His best finish in the Indianapolis 500 is 13th last year. Lundgaard hopes to improve that in the number 7 Velo Chevy for Arrow McLaren. The driver starting on the outside of row 3 is the 2022 Indianapolis 500 champion. He finished runner-up in 2023, but was caught up in an accident last year and didn't make it out of the first corner. This 34-year-old Swede is in his 7th Indianapolis 500 start and is looking for a second win in the greatest spectacle in racing. Driving the number 28 Allegra Honda for Andretti Global, it's Marcus Ericsson. Starting on the inside of row 4 is last year's pole sitter for the Indianapolis 500. He had another rocket ship this year when he had a hard crash in the practice session before Fast 12 qualifying and is forced to go to a backup car. This 31-year-old from Christchurch, New Zealand is in his 5th start for the captain, Roger Penske, and is looking to win his maiden Indianapolis 500 crown. Driving the famous number 3 Pennzoil Yellow Submarine Chevrolet, it's Scott McLaughlin. Starting on the middle of row 4 is the 33-year-old hometown hero that is already in his 11th Indianapolis 500. He also looks for his 4th consecutive top 10 in this race on Sunday. Driving the number 76 AM PM Convenience Store Chevy for Hunkos Hollinger Racing, it's Noblesville, Indiana's Connor Daly. The winner of the 100th Indianapolis 500 starts on the outside of row 4. This native Californian has 3 consecutive top 5 finishes in this race, but has been unhappy for most of the month, as the Ed Carpenter racing cars have been unusually slow this month. Looking to get his second Indy 500 victory is the driver of the number 20 Java House Chevy, Alexander Rossi. The driver on the inside of row 5 is the first Indianapolis 500 competitor from the Cayman Islands. This 20-year-old sophomore put together a gutsy qualifying run last Saturday after having a heavy crash on Fast Friday, where his number 8 Journey Honda went airborne. The Chip Ganassi Racing team was able to rebuild the car, and Kiffin Simpson looks to improve on his 21st place finish last year. Starting in the middle of row 5 is a fan favorite who has been the fastest qualifier of this race 3 separate times. This Butler University grad only runs the Indianapolis 500 nowadays, as he yearns to improve on his best finish of 2nd in 2018 around the world's greatest race course. Driving the number 33 Splenda Chevrolet in his 22nd Indianapolis 500 start is owner-driver Ed Carpenter. Never has 26-year-old Santino Ferrucci finished outside the top 10 in his 6 previous Indianapolis 500 starts. This native of Woodbury, Connecticut, finds himself on the outside of row 5 on Sunday. This is his worst qualifying effort, driving for the 4-time Indianapolis 500 winner, the grand champion, A.J. Foyt. Ferrucci starts his climb through the field in the famous number 14 Home for Troops Chevrolet. The driver starting on the inside of row 6 did not compete in last year's Indianapolis 500. This Canadian has his best start in the race and historically has improved in his starting position in both of his previous attempts. Driving the number 30 Bitcoin Honda for Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing, it's Devlin DeFrancesco. You'll find the best name in the NTT IndyCar Series in the middle of row 6. This 23-year-old from Boise led 24 laps and finished 16th in last year's race. His American as apple pie Goodhart Chevrolet looks to give this driver his 2nd top 10 finish this season. Driving for Hunkos Hollinger Racing, it's Stingray Robb. The best finishing rookie in last year's Indianapolis 500 starts on the outside of row 6. The 2023 Indy Next Series champion from Copenhagen, Denmark, is in his 2nd Indianapolis 500 start. This 24-year-old drives the number 21 Splenda Chevrolet for Ed Carpenter Racing. His name is Christian Rasmussen. Many eyes will be on the inside of row 7. That is where the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series champion and 2024 Brickyard 400 champion starts his second Indianapolis 500, attempting the Memorial Day double, where he will race 500 miles in Indianapolis and 600 miles in Charlotte in the same day. Last year, this 32-year-old from California missed the start of the Coke 600 due to rain delaying the start of the Indy 500. This year, his NASCAR team, Hendrick Motorsports, has ensured that will not happen. His month has not been smooth, however, with a crash in the open test earlier this month and another crash on Fast Friday, but this driver's talent makes him a threat. Driving the number 17 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet for Arrow McLaren, it's Kyle Larson. A rookie starts in the middle of row 7. This Brit is the reigning Indy Next Series champion, where he won 8 of 14 races last season. Driving the number 45 Desnuda Honda for Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing, it's 21-year-old Louis Foster. On the outside of row 7 is where the second of the Prima Chevrolets will start. This 26-year-old in his 4th Indianapolis 500 starts alongside his countryman. Looking to improve upon his 11th place finish last year, it's the 2024 6 Hours of Spa winner, Callum Ilott. A driver with a chance at rewriting history starts on the inside of row 8. This newly 50-year-old Brazilian looks to become the oldest winner in race history, but that's not the history most important. Helio Castroneves looks for his 5th Indianapolis 500 win and to break a tie with the great AJ Foyt, Al Unser, and Rick Mears for most all-time. Castroneves will drive in his 25th Indianapolis 500 and the number 06 Cliffs Honda from Meyershank Racing. In the middle of row 8 is where we find a driver that we didn't expect to find this far back in the field. This 26-year-old from Jupiter, Florida has shown speed all month, but not on qualifying day. Earlier this season, he won on the streets of Long Beach and became the only driver not named Alex Palou to win this season. In 2023, this driver was involved in a terrifying accident, but many believe he will be a factor on race day. Driving the number 27 Siemens Honda for Andretti Global, it's Kyle Kirkwood. The 20-year-old on the outside of row 8 missed the Indianapolis 500 last year after a nightmare of a time trying to qualify. His grit impressed Arrow McLaren team principal Tony Kanaan, who is providing this Californian his maiden voyage in the greatest spectacle in racing. Driving the number 6 NTT Data Chevrolet for Arrow McLaren, it's Nolan Siegel. The 2014 Indianapolis 500 champion starts on the inside of row 9. This 44-year-old former NTT IndyCar Series champion is making his 16th Indianapolis 500 start inside the number 23 Weedbush Chevy. But this champion has not finished inside of the top 10 since 2020. Driving for the Indy-only Dreyer and Reinbold Racing with Cusick Motorsports, it's Captain America, Ryan Hunter-Reay. RHR's teammate will start on his outside. This Brit usually serves as a pit reporter for IndyCar on Fox, but he'll be making his 8th Indianapolis 500 start and a one-off ride for DRR with Cusick Motorsports. Driving the number 24 Invest Chevy, it's 32-year-old Jack Hollywood Harvey. The driver on the outside of row 9 had a Herculean effort to even qualify the car on the same day that he wrecked his primary in a terrifying airborne crash. This 25-year-old from Santa Clarita, California, is already in his 7th Indy 500 start and was in great position last year when he crashed while leading. If he can keep the car clean, don't count the superstar out on race day. Driving the Dan Weldon Tribute number 26 Gainbridge Honda for Andretti Global, it's Colton Herta. 4 1/1000ths of a mile an hour was all the separation Graham Rahal had from the 3rd consecutive last row shootout at Indianapolis. This 36-year-old second-generation driver from New Albany, Ohio, is in his 18th try to join his 1986 race-winning father as the second Indy 500 father-son winning duo. Rahal drives the number 15 United Reynolds Honda for Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing. Marco Andretti was able to out-qualify everyone in danger on bump day and will make his 20th Indianapolis 500 start from the middle of row 10. Looking to break the Andretti curse that has haunted his family since his grandfather Mario's lone win in 1969, Marco Andretti drives the number 98 Mapei Honda for Andretti Global. The 24-year-old Kiwi that starts on the outside of row 10 had a lightning-quick primary car, but was forced to a backup when he, in the practice session on the morning of qualifying, had a vicious crash. This car that had very little testing made the show and will hopefully take its driver further than 4 laps like he did in his rookie season due to an engine failure. Driving the number 66 Spectrum Honda for Meyershank Racing, it's Marcus Armstrong. The driver known as Rocket Renus has never started worse than 7th at the Indianapolis 500 until this year. This Dutchman had to bump his teammate Jacob Abel from the field of 33 to make his 6th Indianapolis 500 start. The 24-year-old has been impressive this season, taking underfunded Dale Coyne Racing to multiple top 10 finishes and a 10th place position in IndyCar Series points. Getting a win in the slowest car in the field, however, might just be a miracle, even for a driver of his caliber. Driving the number 18 Ask ROI Honda, it's Renus VK. History will be rewritten if the driver in the middle of row 11 goes to victory lane on Sunday. No driver has won 3 Indianapolis 500s in a row, but back-to-back champion Joseph Newgarden has a shot at immortality in his number 2 Shell Chevrolet. This 2-time NDT IndyCar Series champion is in his 14th start in the Indianapolis 500, and numerology shows that he might have a shot at the unthinkable. The past 2 back-to-back Indianapolis 500 champions, Al Unser Sr. and Helio Castroneves in 1972 and 2003, respectively, both finished second. Starting on the outside of row 11 is a legend in a contract year. The 2018 Indianapolis 500 champion and 2-time NTT IndyCar Series champion still clearly has a lot left in the tank, but his contract renewal could be down to his performance in this year's Indianapolis 500. 44 times this Australian has gone to victory lane in the IndyCar Series, but a second win in the sport's biggest race in his 17th start could be another bit of magic in his illustrious career. Driving the number 12 Verizon Chevrolet for Team Penske, it's Will Power. That is the starting lineup as they have qualified for the Indianapolis 500. Who do you think is winning the race? Comment below. If you learned something, leave a like. Thank you for watching and enjoy the greatest spectacle in racing.